Hi, let's get YouTube going. Hi, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Whenever you're viewing this stream or this live, I'm on Facebook, I'm on Instagram, I'm on YouTube, Lil's for Nonprofit Seniors and Homeless Corp. Good day. Okay, let's get this mic on. So, the topic is how I utilize AI, the allergies that I didn't know I had. How I utilize AI Chat GPT to run the nonprofit for since January to now. But really, since now, I just got the membership of $20 a month. $20 a month. Did y'all hear me loud and clear? I hope so. I hope so because just show you how affordable it is to get your tools and stuff together to be able to actually build up your business. That is what you want to do. That is a must. I'm making sure everything is because I got my charging here, right? Okay, got my battery, all of that. I know I'm going to have to take this thing out of the phone and charge up my phone a little bit more. But for now, let's talk. So I'm going to tell you what I've used Chat GPT AI already for. I've used it for flyers for the nonprofit. I used it for donor letters, liaison letters, support letters. I just asked them to write this. Created a newsletter quarterly from January to April, from May, June, July, August, and then now the rest will be September, October, November to do another newsletter. I have used AI to do that. Good morning, whoever's on. Thank you for viewing. Whatever I'm talking about today is AI Chat GPT. Now, it is so important to keep up with the times. Now, Chat GPT been out since 2022 or 2021. Far as us, the public knowing, it's probably been out way longer. They probably been using it way longer, but that's okay. Catch up with the times. Catch up. Don't be one of them to doubt anything or to have everything tested 500,000 times before you actually know that it works. You know why? You're going to be lost with the times. Right? Not me. What happened when MySpace came out? We was like, "Oh my gosh, we all on the computer telling our business." We all we college students, we high school students, we communicate, and all the teachers gonna know. Okay, that was MySpace, and then what? Facebook, and then there was something in between that, and then Facebook. Wow, everybody, you meeting your cousins, your aunts, your uncles, your brothers that you didn't know you have, your sisters, right? Facebook. You able to communicate and vibe and affiliate and do business or not do business, or somebody's being disrespectful, you can block all of that. All that's good, right? Facebook. You got Instagram, you got pictures, you got um, lives you can do. Now on Instagram, you got to have a certain amount of followers before you being able to do a live. All you have to do is do your live and post it. You can definitely do that. Same thing. But every social media, all the platforms, all the threads and what's the other one? Pinterest and LinkedIn and the Amazon, all of that is up on the times because you must. You could be one of those people who I don't be on social media. Oh no, I don't have none of that. We was in a whole tech class, And a few people said, nope, I don't be on none of those, because they had a bad reputation of um, spreading out bad stuff or whatever. You control your page. Facebook says to you, here's a friend you might know, you might want. Don't mean you have to accept them to be a friend. Instagram, you have all of these followers. You want a business page, you want a private page, whatever. You have the control. Don't lose the control. Now, AI Chat GPT. I'm going to tell you that it's obviously some bad and there's some good in everything. What I realize is that you have to know what is AI Chat GPT. There's people doing interviews, there's people doing certain things, and that you have to know from the real and the fake, right? Um, that's with AI Chat GPT, because you can actually have an agent. You can actually have a robotic person to be your assistant. I want that. I am so wanting it, because you cannot um, count on so many people to know your vision of things and be as gun ho in your business and your private or whatever you created as much as you. They're not going to be. They're not going to be. Forget that. So, yes, it is good to use, and sometimes it is not good. You just have to know the pros and cons of everything you do. I'm telling you the pros. I'm telling you that since I got a started using my membership of AI Chat GPT, it has helped so much. I'm able to do email blasts, which I was asking um, someone to do. They didn't do it. I was able to do donor letters, getting the donors out to thank them for the 1 year that they've contributed. I was able to do, now I'm going to show you the cons in this. I was able to get a written letter sent to certain elected officials to let them know what Lils for Nonprofit Seniors and Homeless Corp is about. There you go. There's the con. I. It should never be the letter I in a team. So if you're setting up something with your nonprofit, TEAM spells everybody that's involved. We have an advisory committee, we have liaisons, we have a board, and then you have me that's on the board, and that's the executive, and I'm the one who created the nonprofit, right? So don't take so much control. Show your board, show your liaisons, show your donors and your supporters, and if you have a sponsor, how to use AI Chat GPT to back correspond with you. It's okay. Stop gatekeeping. There's enough knowledge and enough ways for us all to learn. There's a lot of gatekeepers. And how I know is I've asked certain people, how did you do this or so this, and then all of a sudden they never get back to me, or they show up and start doing it for the crowd instead of the individual. That's gatekeeping. I'm definitely not going to say I've never been a gatekeeper, because I definitely have. I'm sure enough 100% human like anyone else. But I'm learning. The more you teach is the more you learn. If I'm here to teach you, you know what's going to happen? The person I taught is going to say, "Oh, I want you to I have a referral for you. I want you to be hooked up with such, such, such. Or um, can you teach like 10 of us in our group, our nonprofit? Because that's my goal. That's one of my new goals is to be able to teach nonprofit leaders to help their constituents. Just thought of someone who I wanted to get on this with me, a nonprofit leader. And that's the way it goes. The worst thing you can do is gatekeep something in the nonprofit world, thinking you're gonna get more or something faster than the next one. You know what's gonna happen? Somebody else is gonna get it before you, the gatekeeper, and they're gonna jump over you because they remember. Because you know everybody remembers the bad things first. Everybody remembers the bad things first, and then they say, "Oh, that was nice." That person, nobody's 100% nice, nobody's 100% good. No, it's all a mixture because it's life, and you're a human being. You ever see? I'm gonna give you an example. You ever see a person, and it's nothing that they're doing intentional, and that's my new word instead of blame. There's nothing they're doing intentional. What it is repetition, habit, right? If you ever see a person who walked their dog and they coming from their apartment or their home or wherever the dog was at residing, and they come outside with the dog on a leash, and that dog is pulled and they stop, sit down, stop. You're not listening. How are they supposed to stop, sit, and do all of that with a leash on? When in the house, the majority of the hours that they spend, they have no leash on. Okay? Think of it like that. Your environment also. If you are one of those who lived in a community of tall buildings and trains and buses and a lot of people, and then you go and you move in a community of suburban community where there's trees and backyards and front yards, and you yourself have never lived like that. Do you know the transition that's going to take within you to be a little bit different than the other ones who've been in that community a while? So take your time for transitions too. It's okay. It's okay. And the other thing is that me as a retiree and some of my friends that are still working 9 to 5s, I had to realize the boundaries that I had to put with our relationship once I retired. They can't jump up with me, go to breakfast, go to lunch, go here, do that, and they have to work and rest. So I knew that 4 years ago. For the ones who still working that I hang around, that I had to put boundaries on myself to not disrespect their boundaries of and what they have to do. But I also look at people of what they had to do too. I remember from working 31 years, 27 years at one place, and saying to myself all the time till I broke this habit, which was a very bad, depressing habit. I can't wait to retire. I cannot wait to retire. And I used to run that routine because the people I was around was saying the same thing. And as you age, and they're not aging, because a lot of younger people were hanging around me too. So no telling when they was gonna retire. They would say, "I know you can't wait. It's coming up soon." They'll harbor that on you, and you yourself would say, "Yep, I cannot wait to retire. Oh boy, I don't feel like getting up in the morning. I don't feel like doing this. I don't want to listen to no bosses, no managers, nobody. I don't want to do this, that. And you know what start happening? You know what start happening? You become a part of that routine. Stop. Stop and be the individual person that you are, whether you know it or not. I don't care what family, I don't care what work, I don't care what program, I don't care what business. You are an individual. Act like one. Act like one. Okay? You came in this world alone. Even if you had a twin, they came behind you or before you. You came out alone. Same way you're going alone. Okay? So learn to be more self aligned, self taught, um, pray, motivate, meditate, grieve. A big part of being healthy is getting your grieving out. So I'm saying all of this on the topic of AI chat GPT is because when people say, oh, life is so short, life is so short. Why do people say that? Because somebody passed away and you think life is so short. You seeing stuff flash by your life and you say, oh, life is so short. What does that mean? Life is as long as you live. It's not long and it's not short. Watch out for your sayings, for your being. It puts it out into the atmosphere to bring that type of stuff to you. Right? Learn AI chat GPT. I have to charge up my phone. I've used chat GPT and I'm steady using it more. I'm learning so much. I go on the platform of Alicia Little. Look her up. She does AI Chat GPT summits. I talk to other organizations, businesses. You can see who uses it and who does not. You could see who is beat down and just boggled down with paperwork and worrying and this and that. Those are the people who are not using AI chat GPT. They don't have a format, they don't set up meetings, they don't set up programs, they don't look forward to the future to set up progress. They don't tell people about the progress. They let everything fall wayside. You must use AI Chat GPT to help you along. My phone, the lighting is just going down. So stay on. I'm gonna stay on YouTube. I'll be right back. I mean, I really could stay on both. It's just that this phone. Okay, I have to let y'all go. I'll be back on later with this. All right. Yeah, I need to charge up this phone. It's okay. I'm coming over there. Let's charge up this phone while I'm talking. And I can take this mic off because the mic is not going to work without this little piece. See, these two go together. You put this inside your phone and it makes sure that your mic is on. It's $25 or $30 for that. I have to charge up my phone. I have to learn how to keep my things charged up because I use them a lot, right? Sure enough, do. So I hope your day is good. I want to talk some more about AI Chat GPT. See this battery pack? I take this battery pack because it's faster to charge up my phone. And while I'm charging, I'm using the charger for the battery pack to charge it. So everything stay charged. Okay, hold on. Let me go get that other piece. Hold on. This is where I do my little interviews too. Remember, I have a whiteboard up here with the interviews. I'm lining a couple more people up to do interviews. And I want to help um, more people become AI chat GPT smarter. Now, so there's another thing that you can do with AI chat GPT, and that is have your own agent, right? You can have your own agent, and that agent can mimic you as an assistant, know your well-being of your community, have all of your files set up for you. Listen to me. It is so much help, but never not use humans also. You don't get so bogged down that you think all of this can be done by yourself. No, all of this is to be done by your team. Every author, every publisher, every writer, every content creator, everybody should have some team. You have somebody who's doing your financial. You have somebody who's doing all of your files for your business to be looked at on IRS coming and say, let's see your books, right? You have an email system. You must have an email system. So your email blast gets out to all that participated with you, from your new affiliates. Like we have three new affiliates. We have elected official. We have someone who gives coach, and we have AI chat GPT now, right? Because that's under the belt of their nonprofit. Anything that you use, put it under your belt. You have a bank account, it's under the belt of the nonprofit. You have donors who have donations given to you once a year or however it's going. I'm sure it's more. That's how it's been done for me, for our organization so far. You have supporters. You have people who like give you stuff like clothes and shoes and stuff. Those are supporters. You have liaisons, the ones who do the actual work in the organization, the physical work in our organization is done by the liaisons. I mean, of course, I go get stuff and I bring it to them, but they stand at their community and they give it out. That's the work being done by the liaison. You don't have all liaisons that do all stuff, but they do something. So you put it under the book of the nonprofit. I'm talking to you, nonprofit leaders. Get more interested in now. Don't be dwelling on how it was in the past. Regenerate, redo, whatever you have to do to make sure that your organization is up with time. And what did it do all the time that it was in? What what did it do? How did it service? You have service nonprofits, you have community nonprofits, you have foundations, you have organizations, you are the CEO, or you are the exec, or the COO, or you are the SEO. You are so many titles, but what has it done? Can you actually tell somebody what your organization has done? I could sit here and tell you those four nonprofits, Seniors and Homeless Corp, in the last 4 years have given food out to communities 4 times a month for the last 4 years. The only time it has we have missed it is if I'm physically on vacation. If I'm physically on vacation, the next month is doubled up, right? I can tell you that Lil's for Nonprofit Seniors and Homeless Corp has been instrument in the community I live in, other communities, and the public through YouTube, like communities that don't know nothing about us, right? Um, Family, friends. After 2 to 3 years is when they recognize that you're still doing what you're doing, and really stay in tune with it. And they'll refer people for you. They'll say, you still do that. You take clothes, you take shoes and stuff like that to give away. They'll say, oh, I know some seniors that can use some food or some um, help with such and such thing. Or they'll say, I thought of you when such and such happened because you are still relevant. That's what I'll say. You're still relevant. If you've been in an organization that is 20, 30, 40, 50 years old, what have you done for the communities, or whatever your niche what is, NICHE? Have you fulfilled it? How much longer can it go on? And can you pass it down? And can you replicate it? Yes. Okay. Those are the things I'm talking about. So I have a mentor, Robert McCullough Sr., through the National Each One Teach One organization. He's been executive and running his program for 58 years. And when I started, like I say, most of the times I went to him to ask him, how does this go? What should I be doing? And he ran it down to me, and he told me. So I started Lil's for Nonprofit Seniors and Homeless Corp. I don't know. I got allergies. Oh boy. I'm charging the battery that's charging my phone, and it's not plugged in. It is now. Get you a mentor. Get you 2 or 3 mentors. When I was in the network marketing, I had 2 mentors, and one would I would follow and remind myself that this person got exactly what I want, or this person is I'm learning from. And then I would get another mentor for something else. If I'm doing jewelry, like I was selling jewelry, I knew who I wanted to be, my organization to become like, and I would have them as my mentor. You don't have to tell these people that they're your mentors either. You know, they're silent people that you put on pedestals, and you let them guide you. Because sometimes when you tell people, then they know you watching them even more, and then if they slip or whatever, anything that happen, they know you might be judging them. So, oh, don't tell everybody who is your mentor, not unless you want it to be told. I've heard people tell me, I mean, I've people I know have told me, you are my mentor. And I was like honored. But then I was like, oh boy, gotta watch what I do around this person. Or, oh boy, um, I don't want them to have, such high hopes and doubting everything they already thought about me. So no, don't do that. Do the best you can. Be the best you can. Tell them the best you can. If they listen, they listen. If they don't, they don't. You are not God. You are mentor, somebody that they mimic it. That's what it is. And research, and don't um be like this where people come up to you and ask you and say, oh, how you have this many or that many in under your organization, and then you say to them, oh, you don't. And why are you doubting them? Because I know I've heard myself say that to a person. I said, how you do all of this by yourself? Or these two people or these three people, how do you do all of it? Guess what? They're doing just fine. It can go either way. But I'm here to help you with AI Chat GPT to enhance your nonprofit, because it surely is helping minds. All right. So I've been on here. Let me heat up my tea. Let me watch some more how to decorate fall decorations. I want to do my two little coffee tables. Make it seem like I did something, because I usually do so much. And I did realize that you will be not wanting to do all of that as the time goes. I used to do it gun ho. No. Um, so I'm gonna get outside, get some fresh air, some sun in my eyes, and walk and go. Let me see what time it is. It's still early. And go get some, just a little bit of decorations. I go into the community stores and all communities, and since I've been doing the nonprofit, let me tell you something else to do. Be in a relationship with your community stores. If you have are one of those who shop outside of your community to keep you from doing things in your community, and you have to go to those stores, guess what's going to happen? You have no relationship. You don't know how you don't know their days of having sales. You don't know the managers. You don't know the workers. Get to know all of that in your community that you reside in. Your tax money goes to there. So you going all the way to this community or that community to shop because they have fresh of this or fresh of that, and your tax money does not go there, but their sales is coming from you. Be logic. Know what's bringing up your community and what is not. Know what's bringing up someone else's community. Be mindful of that. You'll one day have one, two, three, four stores, and then the next time you turn around, you're like, "What happened to that store? Why did they close? This and that." Because you did not utilize what you had right up under your nose. The other thing is go to your community board. And when you are a participant in these programs, and go to your community board and show faith and know what's happening in your community, from every building, every liquor store, every bodega, every school, fire department, police department, library, hospitals. That's how you know everything what's going on in your community, using your community board. Be more knowledgeable when you go to these places. Show them that you ain't only live in your community, you know your community, all right? So there you go. And I'm knowing and getting to know more about the communities that I service. which is the Bronx and Harlem. I'm going to know front and back of all the places that I service. And that is a part of running a nonprofit. Okay. And I'm going to teach AI Chat GPT to us all. So stay tuned. Have a nice day.